I'm being laughed at over here. I just went on for probably 3 minutes, hey? Yeah? And I didn't hit record. And we're back at the bus again. Me and Michaela. Say hi.
Hi.
Hi. We are today, I brought all the windows for one side. I'm going to set them in place, tie them in so they don't fall out and break. And I'm going to adjust the height of this so that it sits properly. And I might tack them in, or I might just put a clamp on it. C-clamp maybe. I don't know. Depends how ambitious I am. And then I think I will cut the angle iron that goes between here and here on all these ribs to attach this to. And I might cut the angle iron for that front one there. But it's Thursday. It's been a very long week at work. And I don't have that kind of ambition to stay for terribly long today. So I'm going to grab the windows and bring them in. What I'm doing is putting in the windows. No, they're not all clean. Yes, we dropped the ball on that. Yes, we took them out a long time ago. I'm just putting them in here to adjust this. And I'm going to set them up in where they go. And I'm going to tie them in. So I'm going to have them open. I'm just going to tie them just with twine at the top here so that they can't move. I'll tie this end, and then in between them I'll just tie them in so they don't go anywhere. Just with, 20 or 30 feet of the 18,000 feet of binder twine my dad has that he wants you to know about. So, just gonna tie it in nice and tight. The last thing I want is a window to fall out and break the glass, because I don't want to have to buy glass. There, now if they move, they're not going to go anywhere. They're not going to fall out anyway. That's that. Now I'm going to do the rest. Alright, there's all the windows in on the one side. Just tied in. I haven't done anything with the drip rail on top, but at least you can get kind of a sense of what we're doing here. 7 inches up is what we've gone with the windows. And then there'll be, I think it's 11 more inches up above. Probably only 10 because I used 1 inch on the bottom, but we'll measure that out later to get the right amount. And down here at the very front, of course, we can't lift this window, so it stays there because this rib doesn't come up, so this window can't come up. I could probably lift it 1 inch. I'm not going to bother with that. The rain drip thing, I'm going to have to cut off level with here and put it down here, and then I'll put it down here and tack weld it to the face piece that goes on there, just to hold it nice and look all nice and pretty. So that's it for that. Now I think I'll start cutting some pieces. Okay, here's the first of the bracing for the roof that I've cut. I measured it twice, cut it once, and then double checked it to make sure it fit before I showed you on video. It's going to go this way with the flange out and this at the top. It just fits in between the two ribs, right like that. And I will tack it in top on either corner, and then I'll weld it in solid. And that's just there, going to be up there to support the pieces of tin that are going to be here. So you can already see that they're pulling away. So that's just going to hold them in tight, and they won't bow out and they won't wobble in the breeze. Because the last thing you want is driving down the road and your bus walls are going like this. So that's the first of many. I'll put that down here. Okay, I've cut all the pieces, tucked them in there. Ooh, one fell in here. Better get that out or I'm never gonna find it. Tucked them all in along the corners there. I'm only doing the passenger side, curbside for now because I want to finish this one side all the way. Then I'll move to the other side. Here's a little note. I'm being laughed at over here. I just went on for probably 3 minutes, hey? Yeah? And I didn't hit record. So, always make sure you hit record. This is all I'm doing for today. When I come back Saturday morning, I'm going to tack this drip rail rain thing, nobody knows what it's called, on here, and then I'm going to put the pieces in up here, and that's it for this side. Then I can move over to that side. Hoping by the end of the day Saturday, it'll all be done. Well, it's Saturday morning. The weather is not what it was supposed to be. Turn up the heat in the truck. The weather is kind of taking a turn. You can see outside there. It's windy, very, very windy. It's not really cold. It's 3 degrees Celsius this morning. That's fine to work in. I don't mind that at all. But it's really windy. Like, it's supposed to go up to 70 km/h wind. So that's like, what does my truck say? That's about 45 miles an hour, 42 miles an hour. I could have done the math on that. It's early. So I'm going to go do what I can today. I need to get all the window stuff done. I've got to get those top pieces in place, the braces across the top where I showed you where I put in the tin to brace the tin, and then I got to do the driver's side. I got to get it done today because the next 4 or 5 days are going to be cold, and I don't feel like going working in the bus when it's cold anymore. Once we get it sealed back up with the tin, we can go right ahead and heat it and work in there, and it'll be fine. And as we put insulation and stuff in, it'll stay warmer and warmer. So that's what I'm doing this morning. I'm on my way there now. And here we are in the bus. As you could probably hear, very windy. There's my setup for each window. Got the welding blanket. It'll keep the sparks and fire away from the tarp and the window. Got it locked up in the corner. I pulled the tin tight in each of the corners there so that when I weld this in, it'll be lined up nicely when I go to do it later. So tin's pulled tight. I'm just going to weld it here and over here, and then I'm going to tack the top of the rain drip thingy. I'm going to tack it here, tack it over here, and that'll hold it in place. And I'm going to make sure they're level all the way down. So that one, as you can probably tell, isn't level, but it needs to come down, I think, on this side. I'll have to pull it down, but I'm going to lift this side up a little bit too. And away we go. Now there's one. Took me a bit to figure out how I was doing it, but piece up in the top is in for the support, and I've got the top of the window, the drip rail tacked in. Should be all good. It looks fairly straight. All I'm going to do is just eyeball it, try and keep it as straight as I can. On we go. And there it is. All the support pieces for the tin at the top are welded in. All the rain drip tray above the window is tacked in. I'm sure I made a couple of screw ups, but you know what? That's the fun of building things yourself. Now I gotta work on the other side. I gotta bang that rail down. Then I gotta cut the tin, put the windows in, cut the tin. Not the tin, sorry. Cut the steel to go up on top and tack that all in. this is my goal for today, is just to get all this done and then take it from there. I almost forgot this piece of angle iron up at the front last post there that I had to get more steel for. Quickly putting that in, but I've got the bar all the way down. Most of the windows are set in, and then I just need to cut the steel, weld it in. I'm doing something I don't normally do when I get on a roll and I'm in a bit of a flow state working away. I'm taking a break. I brought some lunch today. Normally I don't, and then I feel terrible the rest of the night because I didn't eat all day long. But it's just a little lunch, pepperoni and cheese and some Girl Guide cookies. Supports Girl Guide. Yeah, I'll take a little break, and then I've just got to do this one side exactly the same way I did the first side, and it should only take me a couple hours. And then that's it. Then I'm going to measure the tin. And once that tin is measured, that's when we can get started getting it cut, and then we can start putting it in little by little. And there we go. Roadside, driver side is all done. Top's welded in for support. Strip tray tacked in to keep it there until we get the tin in. It's looking good. And there we go, that's it for today. Measured all the height here, down here, so we know what we need for tin. We'll have the tin probably middle of the week, and then we're going to paint it. I'm going to come in here, hopefully on a day that's not windy as crap like today, and just hit this new steel with some primer, all of it. I'll take the windows back out. That's it. That's it for today. I cleaned up a little bit, took out some stuff that we don't need in there. I'm going to bring it home. Got all those pieces welded in, got them all, got the window tops tacked in, everything looks good. Dad and I measured up what we need for the tin, so we're getting it all cut to match the seams that are already on the bus. So that'll look a lot nicer. Dad's gonna go to the sheet metal guy on Monday morning. It's nice to have a retired dad who can do that for you. Perfect. Thanks, Dad. Then we're gonna get that taken care of, and then we're gonna have to prime it before we put it on because we want to make sure it's rust proof. So then hopefully next weekend we can start slipping some of that tin in there and at least getting the sides closed in, because that'll look much better. And we can get the sides closed in, we might be able to put the majority of the windows back in, so I guess we better start cleaning some windows. I hope you enjoyed the video today. Well, it was all just me. Christina had other things going on, but what I was doing is more of a one-person job anyway. We would have just been in each other's way. If you liked the video, go ahead, give it a like, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and leave me a comment. We love the comments. Ask questions, tell me that I'm doing something wrong, tell me I'm crazy, whatever. I love the comments. So go ahead and do that too. Talk to you later.